Once upon a time, in the land of America, a great conflict arose that would leave an indelible mark on the country's history. This was the American Civil War, a fierce battle fought between 1861 and 1865 that divided families, friends, and communities. As we delve into this emotional tale of love, loss, and loyalty to one's cause during these tumultuous times in America's history, we will witness heartaches that have not been forgotten. The war began when 11 Southern states seceded from the Union to form their own nation, the Confederate States of America. This was primarily due to their opposition to Abraham Lincoln's anti-slavery policies and their desire to maintain their way of life rooted in slavery. The North fought valiantly for unity under President Lincoln's leadership while struggling with its own internal conflicts. As soldiers marched onto battlefields such as Gettysburg and Antietam bearing flags emblazoned with stars symbolizing brotherhood and patriotism for both Unionist blue or Confederate gray, it became clear that this was not just a fight over ideology but also over hearts torn apart by conflicting loyalties. Men who had once been neighbors now found themselves on opposite sides of an impassable divide. Imagine being a young soldier far from home for the first time, shivering through cold nights spent huddled around campfires while sending heartfelt letters back home filled with fear, uncertainty, yet hope for victory. These letters would become cherished tokens by loved ones who clung desperately onto fading memories amidst unbearable grief at losing husbands, sons, brothers, fathers. On both sides there were brave acts of courage as well as tales of tragic loss. Stories like that Sergeant Richard Kirkland who risked his life providing water comfort wounded enemy soldiers during Battle Fredericksburg, earning him title Angel Mary Heights. Or tale General Robert E. Lee surrendering Army Northern Virginia Appomattox Courthouse, marking end-long bloody conflict. Through this painful journey, the American Civil War brought about immense suffering, but it also paved the way for a new chapter in the nation's history. The war ultimately led to the abolition of slavery with the passage of the 13th Amendment and marked a significant step towards civil rights for all Americans regardless of race or ethnicity. The American Civil War remains an emotionally charged and evocative part of America's past. It serves as a reminder that even in times of great divisions, there is hope for understanding and unity. As we remember these difficult times, let us also celebrate those who fought bravely to protect their beliefs and preserve their way of life, knowing that they too were victims during this devastating era in history.